Pikmin, a GameCube classic, one I've played many times. But I lost it. I'm pretty sure it's in one of my Wiis, but I don't feel like looking for it right now.
Pikmin is a franchise that I hold near and dear to my heart. It's a game I played over and over again as a kid. Even if I couldn't beat it, I did the same with 3 and eventually 2. I played them out of order, I know. But that doesn't hurt how much I love all of these games. And with the release of Pikmin 4, at the time of this recording, coming very, very close,
I thought, what better time than right now to go back and look at the entire franchise. Starting, of course, with Pikmin.
Pikmin was released on December 3rd, 2001 here in North America for Nintendo's worst-selling console at the time, the GameCube. It then later came to the Wii on March 9th, 2009, and then to the Switch on June 21st, 2023. And for the purposes of this review, I played through every version of the game, the GameCube version, the Wii version, and the Switch version. I will primarily be using footage from the Switch version because it looks the nicest, but just know I did play all of them, and that will come into play for a section of the review later. This is not a video discussing which version is the best. This is just my review of the core Pikmin game. I will talk a bit about version differences, especially in the controls, a little bit later, but for now, on to the review. Oh man, it's good to be home. No matter how many times I boot up this title screen, it always fills me with a great sense of nostalgia. Jumping right into the game, we open on the brave Captain Olimar, flying through space on his way home from some job, probably shipping or something. As we find out in Pikmin 2, he works for a shipping company. When I first found out about this as a kid, I didn't think of like shipping as in like shipping containers or like freight stuff. I was like, oh, Amazon. Just imagine how funny it would be to see Olimar riding in a FedEx truck all like, oh, blah, 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 and then he delivers you a box.
Oh boy, Minecraft Wii U edition.
Anyways, our mailman is flying through space when, BAM! He gets struck by a meteor and crash lands on a strange alien world, and his ship has all been but completely destroyed, and to make matters worse, he will die in 30 days from this planet's poisonous oxygen. We now have some control of Olimar, and after wandering around for a little bit, we stumble across the red Pikmin onion. Pikmin being named after Olimar's favorite carrot brand, and onions after onions. It's not that deep. But I always really like this opening part where the camera's locked in this tight position and then zooms out when you find the onion. It's just kind of a subtle way to show how much greater your options have gotten now, and I think that's awesome. Once you have the Pikmin, the rest of the level opens up to you. There are no enemies on the impact site in day 1, so you can take your time to learn the game's controls at your own pace, and I think it's a great idea. Pikmin, though not hard to control, can be a bit finicky at times, and I'm not a big fan of the way Pikmin controls on the GameCube after going back to it.
On GameCube, you move both the pointer and Olimar with the analog stick, which is just frustrating for me to control, honestly. Barty, you might be saying, what does the C-stick do? Well, young one, use the C-stick for the swarm ability, which helps you get multiple Pikmin on an object at once. I don't know, I just think the whole movement and pointer thing to be kind of clunky. I mean, it works, but after I played the Wii version, I just really couldn't go back. The Wii version uses the pointer to aim, and oh yes! I love this way, 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 way more. You have so much range, and it's really easy to be precise. In order to swarm, you hold down the D-pad and move your pointer. It's so nice. The only thing I have against the Wii controls is that when you're mashing the A button, it's a bit hard to keep the pointer on things, but it isn't that much of a problem. It's just one that And the Switch controls, why? So, crossbreeding is in right now, apparently. You know, you must think that there must be motion controls in this game. Pikmin 3 Deluxe has motion controls. Guess what, bucko? Nope. In this game, there is motion controls, but only when you're holding down the B button to whistle or holding down the A button to aim. And even then, it's locked to just the normal pointer controls. Other than that, it's basically just the GameCube again. It makes no sense. Why not just use gyro like they did in Pikmin 3? Nintendo, please!
I mean, my god, Metroid Prime Remastered had all the control schemes in it, the bad GameCube ones, the Wii's, and now making the game control like normal. I just wish we got the same for Pikmin, but I digress. It's not a big deal. The game's still fun. We'll get back onto that. After exploring the impact site and recovering the first ship part, the engine, we blast off into the night sky because there's nocturnal predators that come out at night, so we must leave with this, honestly, banger music playing that I love. It has this kind of quiet loneliness to it, and I think it's really cool. And every night, Olimar writes about his day and his family, which brings more stakes to this adventure. If you fail, and he dies, Olimar never gets to see his family again, which would be such a tragic thing, and I think it's just such a nice touch. The whole game takes place over 5 areas: the quiet and peaceful impact site, the beautiful and mysterious Forest of Hope, the dark and murky Forest Navel, the foggy distant spring, and the foreboding final trial. It is in these places that we come across large monsters and bosses that will all try to get in your way as you journey through the twisting paths of this strange planet. But, with the Pikmin by your side, there's nothing you can't accomplish. Traversing each area with your Pikmin, deciding whether you want to first kill all of the enemies and open shortcuts, or maybe just go for the ship part you see and hope for the best, is the name of the game. Being able to take things at your own pace while staying within the time limit, I think is really fun. It makes no real playthrough ever feel the same, and it's brilliant. And this idea of exploration is made even better by the idea of multiple Pikmin colors. We have red, yellow, and of course, blue. The red Pikmin are stronger than each other type of Pikmin, and they're also immune to fire. Yellow Pikmin are lighter, so they can be thrown higher, and are the only type that can carry bomb rocks for some reason. And lastly, blue Pikmin are the only type that can go in water. So, knowing what Pikmin to take where is important. Do I want to use reds to carry things past fire geysers, or do I risk it and make blues and yellows carry it and just hope I can call them off before they burn to death? I mean, I could do that, but I wouldn't. But that's part of the fun. It's the same with combat. You could just take an army of a bunch of colors and fight the enemy, but things might not end well. Or you could just use red Pikmin and attack it from the right angle to stun lock things into becoming Pikmin food. Or you could even use bomb rocks to blow up the enemy and probably not lose any Pikmin at all. The choice is really just yours. Do you maybe want to take a day or two to harvest more Pikmin and then turn as many of them as you can into flower Pikmin, which are both faster and stronger? Funny story, I actually have a flower that grows in my yard every year that kinda looks like a Pikmin flower to kid me. It's white and had the yellow inside, and there's more petals though. But in Pikmin Bloom, there's different types of flower heads. I'll be right back. The boss fights in Pikmin, just like in real life, are scattered all over the place. Most of them have a part inside of them, which is cool, but the best part is that they don't really have their own dedicated boss arenas, so sometimes you just open a new area and boom, boss falls on top of you. It makes the game feel incredibly magical your first time through, not knowing what's behind each corner, and a different kind of fun on your next playthrough. Now that you know it's there, you can prepare more effectively for them. It's super fun! After killing all of the bosses and retrieving the other ship parts, we head off to the final trial, in which we get a small puzzle challenge before we enter the boss arena to kill the mighty Emperor Bulblacks, which is cool. The Bulborbs are like the most common enemy in the game, and the final boss, not being the king, but the emperor of all Bulborbs, will never not be cool to me. But, as with anything in this game, with some well-placed sacrifices and tosses, the Emperor goes down, and we retrieve Olimar's final ship part, his piggy bank. And with this, Olimar takes off from the Dolphin and says goodbye to the Pikmin to return home, and finally deliver me my Guitar Hero guitar, which I ordered 5 months ago and still hasn't showed up. That is if you get the good ending. Yeah, that's right. Pikmin 1 has 3 endings. The good ending, where you collect all 30 ship parts. The ending, where you didn't collect all the ship parts, because 5 of them, including the last one, are all optional and you don't need them to leave. But just like get all 30 parts, it's not that hard, and the game doesn't tell you what they are until after you beat it anyways. The ending is Olimar dipping off into space and going home to hopefully deliver me my package. But in the bad ending, Olimar takes off and crashes back down, and the Pikmin take him back to the onion and plant him in the ground, which is cool and might be returning in Pikmin 4. Wink wink, nudge nudge. But you should really get the good ending anyways. It's way past cool, and you get these awesome descriptions of all the enemies you've encountered on your quest. And for some reason, in the Switch version, Wollywogs are called Wollyhops, and that's not their name, damn it! I hate them, they kill all my guys and piss me off, but I'll at least call them by their name. Sorry about that. Also, in this video, it shows off the 3 optional boss fights, with the Mamuda, Gulix, and of course, the Smoky Prog. They're cool, but not necessary to fight to beat the game, so I'm not going to talk about them much, other than the Smoky Prog drops an item that isn't found anywhere else in the game to my knowledge, so that's cool. But yeah, that's about it for Pikmin. I want to end on a story really quickly though. When I was a kid, I couldn't beat this game. And one day my cousin came down for a visit from out of town with his mom, and we sat in my room taking turns on each day playing Pikmin until day 4, where I just gave up and gave all my turns to him and let him play. And there we were, the 2 of us playing this game, and it was that day when I finally saw the good end of the game. Olimar didn't die and the day was saved. It was magical to me back then, and that memory in this game will forever hold a special place in my heart. And I asked my cousin to give a statement on this game, and here's what he said.
For me, Pikmin was the big jacked guy on the beach, stealing my sand castles and kicking my girl. No, I was just a bedwetting baby boy who could only replay the first 3 days of Pikmin for the whole 30 days. And that was most games when I was a kid. I was even too scared to play Luigi's Mansion. But coming back to it years later, I was a man. Well, I guess I wasn't quite a man, but I had the hairy upper lip of a man, that's for sure. But golly OG did I ever give Luigi's Mansion and Pikmin the smackdown this time around. On that fateful day, I felt like Ninja Blevins, being served sandwiches without the bra by his crustless wife. I don't know why, but for some reason the whole family thought it was impossible. First try, I got the day like 27 or 28 and just cranked out as many Soldier Boys as I could, preparing for the final boss. Being totally honest with you, I don't really remember. I just remember rolling in with the boys. Born anew. Bringing honor to the family name. To the Barty name. And I don't know. That's all I got to say about this.
And that's all.
Except for playing on the map screen. That's literally the best part of the game.
Hey peeps, it's Endcard Barty here. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. I'd like to give a shout out to my cousin Kaylin for making that little video at the end. That was awesome. And I'd also like to say, if you have any comments or critiques, please let me know in the comments. I have had audio issues this video. I realize that. I got a new mic and I'm still trying to figure out how it all works. So the audio is fluctuating a lot, but hopefully that'll be done for next time. Next week, I'll be talking about Pikmin 2. So if you want, you should come see me live on YouTube on this channel at 2 p.m. Thursday, June 29th. So that's cool. I hope to see you guys there. Peace.